Africa Global Radio. Our story, our growth, our future.
Headlines across Africa.
Welcome to Africa Global Radio. I'm Itumeleng Lebogang, bringing you headlines across Africa for Wednesday, March 27th. In today's bulletin, Commercial Bank of Ethiopia recoups cash lost during a glitch. Togo adopts new constitution, shifting nation from presidential to parliamentary system. And Ugandan village celebrates its first clean water source in 90 years. President of the Commercial Bank of Ethiopia, Agyepomah, said around $14 million was withdrawn or digitally transferred during a recent technical glitch that allowed customers to take out more money than they had in their accounts. He said the value of the transactions ranged from 9 cents to $5,350. Almost 15,000 people voluntarily returned funds that were taken legally, making up the nearly 80% of the cash recouped. However, 567 individuals haven't yet returned the money. The bank posted their names and account details online. Apparently, most of the money was withdrawn by university students, causing several universities to publicly urge their students to return the cash. In any case, Agyepomah says the total amount remaining is not significant for the bank. Debate is ongoing on whether the problem that became public on March 16th is a routine system update and inspection rather than a cyber attack. In Togo, lawmakers have adopted a new constitution introduced by members of the ruling party, which transitions the West African nation from presidential to a parliamentary system. One of the main changes brought by the new constitution is that lawmakers will elect the president of the republic for a single 6-year term. The position of president of the Council of Ministers was also introduced. Its holder will have full authority and power to manage the affairs of the government. The president of the Council of Ministers will either be the leader of the party, which secures the majority during the legislative elections, or the leader of the winning coalition of parties. The president of the Council of Ministers will also rule for a 6-year term. With the next parliamentary election scheduled for the 20th of April, the estimated 4.2 million Togolese registered to vote do not yet know with certainty when the changes will come into force. At least 1,000 Ugandan residents across Kikuta village in Kakabara sub-county, Kegegwa district, are celebrating after finally getting a clean and protected water source for the first time in 90 years. Authorities say the 6.6 million Ugandan shilling clean water project was enabled by MTN Foundation Uganda under the Change Makers program in partnership with Soul Rescue Mission. The residents, who have occupied the area since before the country's 1962 independence, said for generations they have relied on water collected from runoffs along the roadside or endured over 15 kilometers journey to reach Nyakabiso River, subsequently suffering waterborne diseases such as diarrhea and typhoid due to the lack of access to safe water. Residents are now optimistic the new clean water source will improve their health and well-being. And with that, we've come to the end of Headlines Across Africa with me, Itumeleng Lebogang. Join us again tomorrow for another bulletin right here on Africa Global Radio.
For this and more, check us out on africaglobalradio.com. On Facebook and YouTube, Africa Global Radio. On Twitter and Instagram, AF Global Radio.